Okay. Okay, welcome everybody to today's edition of the Gripe Session. And yes, we are still in our baseball pandemic. Um, uh, what do we call it? Baseball pandemic issues, if you will. Okay, that's the podcast.
Yeah.
What do you want to know about baseball? And today we have another very special guest. We have former New York Mets outfielder Endy Chavez. Endy, tell everybody what's up.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for the invitation. And well, hi to everyone that's gonna listen this conversation today.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you definitely coming on, Endy. We definitely appreciate it. So, Endy, for those of the people that listen and will watch this potentially later on YouTube, tell everybody about your career, how you kind of got started playing baseball, and give them your kind of timeline to the big leagues and that.
Well, what can I say? Well, I'm coming from Venezuela, Valencia, Venezuela, and in a small town called Tocuyito. And I mean, I was like a normal kid, running around and with big dreams. So I started growing up, and I just wanted to, try for uh, pro ball. So I spent like almost 2 years trying to, sign a pro ball. And finally, when I had 18 years, the Mets signed me. So I was very happy. My first year was in Dominican Republic Summer League,
Okay.
and they told me that I had to play like 3 years over there and see if I can win a visa to go to US.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, fine. So I started playing over there. That year, I won the Rookie of the Year. I hit like 355. And next year, I was in the US. I won a visa in the first year. So uh, next year, I'll play Rookie here. And I won the MVP on the rookie team.
Okay.
So and that on I put myself as a prospect. So next year I played the rookie, at 9, and then I played middle single A, high single A, and that's when I got picked by Rule 5 for Kansas City Royals, and I went to spring training, major league camp, and that was my first experience, as a major league player. And I didn't make the team in a spring training, but they trained me. So I started with Kansas City in Double A, and after 2 months, I got called up to the majors.
Okay. And then how did you? So then how did you end up coming back to the Mets?
Well, after I made to the majors with Kansas City Royal, they put me on waivers,
Okay.
and I got picked by Montreal Expos.
Okay.
So I played like 3 years in there, and then I became to be a Philadelphia Phillies.
Hmm.
So I played 1 year in there, and then as a free agent, I signed with the Mets
Okay.
in 2006.
Okay. So your career started in what year now? What year did you go up
Uh,
for the bigs?
96.
96. Okay. So you were so you had more than a cup of coffee in the big leagues. You had a good 10 years in the big leagues.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Great. That's
Yes,
awesome.
I do.
That's awesome. So, so Andy, I know I have a lot of young people that listen to the podcast and they'll watch this video down the road as well. Um, when you were a young lad in Venezuela, looking to having that goal to play, at that next level, what were some of the things you did to stay mentally focused and to make sure you're ready and that you were better than some of the other kids because you had that dream of want to go there.
Well, when I start, it wasn't easy, especially because my type of body. I was so skinny that I just weigh like 134 pounds.
Mhm.
So a lot of people don't believe that I can play baseball because I was too skinny, and normally it's a huge guy playing baseball.
Mhm.
So you have to be strong mentally, strong. And when I got signed, the scout signed me. He put a good example like what to do, because he say you're gonna hear a lot of good things and bad things. So you gotta take advantage about the good things and just ignore the bad things. So that way you can balance and keep working hard and believe to yourself.
Mhm.
So I did that, and I mean the discipline is very important too,
Mhm.
because if you consistently dedicating and working hard, you're gonna get a lot of good results. So for those young kids, I gotta be strong in the mind, uh, put goals in your head, and don't stop until you get it, because it's a lot of up and down in any sport, but especially on baseball.
Mhm.
So you gotta be strong, be a man, so you can take the bad moments and get out of there.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
because everything is nice, everything is pretty when everything is going good, but in the tough times, that's you can tell what kind of player is each one. You know.
Absolutely. It was funny that you said that because one of I'm not sure if it was Turk or if it was Pulse when they were on a podcast. One of the things that they kept talking about was, when when everything's going good, that's awesome. But they
Hmm.
want to see when things go bad, how do you react? How do you
Exactly.
go and work? Are you able to say, okay, I'm going to get it the next one, or do you go in that little corner and just you want to be to yourself and kind of go from there? Do you shy away from everything? So
Hmm.
that's now the same advice that different people have all saying the exact same thing. It's you got to as the expression goes, you got to let stuff go. And I want to see when I want to see when things aren't going good. That's the stuff that I kind of want to see. So um, just wanted to. Okay, so somebody who knows that I was doing a podcast with you today had a question, and, and the funny thing is, so he wants me to ask you this question, but I'm going to wait because I'm going to hold it for a little bit for a minute. So one of the things I wanted to definitely ask you about was how how was it playing? So you've been to different cities, right? You've been to Philadelphia, you've been to Kansas City. I've
Yeah.
actually been fortunate enough to get to both of those ballparks, Montreal. Compare those different places that you've played to what it's like playing in New York.
Um, Way different. You know,
Mhm.
every time that I play in New York,
Mhm.
I feel like I'm playing in Venezuela. It's
Okay.
kind of the same type of fans, because I don't know if it's because a lot of Latin over there, but it's like a party. You know, it's a lot of noise. It's a lot of people know about baseball,
Sure.
like in the other places. Like the other places, it's like almost playing golf. Like if the pitcher throws a strike, they clap and they silence. You know, but New York always loud. You know, the people is having fun, and it's way different than the other cities that I play.
So, which actually leads me into the next question, which is, so to me, it's one of the best parts, in my opinion, of being or playing in New York, whether it be for that other team that's in the Bronx, which we don't talk about, but or the team in Queens that we love. But when you're in New York, the energy coming out of those stands probably is the excitement is unreal. Based off of from what I've gathered from a lot of players I've spoken to already, part of the adrenaline rush is when you make a good play or you do something good, you're taking that energy off the fans. Now that we're in this pandemic, if baseball starts to go back without fans, what's your opinion on that?
It's gonna be tough because, like I said, if you're looking at as a player, I love, you know, have fans in the stands. I think that put me a little bit more focused about that I want to do on the game because I want to, be the guys always in the top of the game. So I want everybody to see me play. So uh, that's gonna be a different, huge difference because I think the way I feel it, a lot of players does too. So it's gonna, but as a professional, we just gotta make the adjustment and be professional and go and do what we need to do because we clear, nobody expecting this, nobody want this,
Yeah.
but and somehow we gotta make the adjustment and keep going with our life. And I know that's not gonna be forever, so but for now we just gotta do our best.
So do you think baseball's coming back this year?
I don't know, but they I don't know, but they thinking. I think they very very strong about it, and especially on the major league level. I don't know what's gonna be for the minor league level, but definitely, they very serious, very very aggressive. I think for the next month, start something.
Okay. Okay. So in the event that they start to the governor of New York has started to talk about bringing the New York sports teams back, right? And but to prepare to do it with potentially no fans that are in there. So it sounds like if you were playing nowadays, you wouldn't necessarily be in favor of it, but you would have to still do, as the expression goes, you do what you have to do.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I think I read something that they just put like a memo
Mhm.
how it's gonna be things on the stadium. That including not shower on the clubhouse. Uh, Coaches have to wear masks and stuff like that. You cannot spit on the grass. You cannot tug each other's, and you cannot shake hands if you score. I mean, it's gonna be weird, but interesting because it's a lot of rules they gotta follow. The baseball player not to do.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're gonna handle that, but it's gonna be interesting.
I mean, I'd be really serious questioning how they're going to be able to enforce that, like giving somebody a high five, where for their whole life, going back to little league. Oh, good job.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to wait. Who's thinking about that at that time? Like nobody is. So, what do they do? Fine the guys for doing that stuff? Like, okay, whatever. But I think
Um,
some of those things that they would like to do and what are going to be practical to do are going to be two different things. They're going to be in both hands and going, okay, we don't want you to do this. And everyone's going to look at them going, what? Really?
yeah, and like I said, it's gonna be a little distracted
Yeah.
for games,
Yeah.
because it's tough to play that way.
So want to go into one of the fact that you were fortunate enough to play in the playoffs at at the high level that you're in, right, that you were in the major leagues, right? You were fortunate enough to even play at that next level in the playoffs, right? So talk about how getting to the majors is one level, but then the playoffs, how everything gets elevated. Talk to them about again, the mental, or what's it like and how does it feel?
It's a feel like a whole different world because you well my experience in the playoff and not like the pandemic right now is gonna be empty, but normally it's a different world because it's like if you play in New York, that's your field. But in the playoff, it's look like a whole different stadium. I don't know why, if it because they painting, they do different stuff, the fans, it's like you can see the high level that you just make the step. So there's a lot of ambient around, excitement, and
Sure.
it's like the most impressed me. It was the Prince. Wow, I've never seen that many prints, and no, I mean, especially in New York. Wow, a lot of prints, and it's fun. It's fun because I know it's like the whole world is watching. Not just U.S. or couple, Latin country. It's like the whole world is watching those games. So it's very special, and as a player, you just excited to do good, and win it all because that's our goal, win
Mhm.
it all. When you win it all, you just feel confident that all the work you do during the whole season, is get the result you want.
Cool. So now, speaking of the playoffs, I think you might be known for something of doing something in the playoffs. I'm just trying to remember exactly what it was. That's right. That's right. Too bad though, in fantasy camp, I couldn't have had you as my left fielder trying to go get that home run out that I gave up, but we'll let that one go for now. But so talk about that sequence in the playoffs. Obviously, everyone that's a Mets fan knows going up against the Cardinals. It's a really good series. Long fly ball goes back. You go back, go up, snatch that sucker back, come back with the throw. Everyone thinks the ball's out. Throw back, double off. Talk about that sequence and how it felt to come up in a situation like that, and then second of all, and this was now I'm gonna my friend Peter Martin told me to say and ask him how he feels about John Valentin popping out and blowing up your wonderful catch that we ended up losing the game because of it. So I told him that I would ask that. I say I'd find out what did you think about that, but obviously he's
who
joking. But
who Bobby Valentine?
no. Didn't John Valentin pop out or something like that with a guy in
Oh
right position? He's like, oh, he's got to get the run in there. How does he pop out or something like that?
no, he got
So,
struck out.
what's that? Oh, he struck out.
Yeah, he struck
Oh,
out.
okay. See, so Peter, if you watch
I
this, he
mean,
struck out.
I never thought Valentine is gonna strike out and that at bat.
Okay.
I was so positive he gonna get that run, and I'm like, yeah, we good. And he strike out. I'm like, wow, I can't believe that.
Yeah.
But well, that's part of baseball. But talking about the catch, I mean, everything happened so fast, and I just, uh, I know Scott Rollins
Mhm.
had some pop, so and they was challenging him. So I know Edmonds running on first, and it was one out, and I just expecting getting ready if he hit the ball in the gap or down the line. So I'm not gonna do few step back, so I can get up to the ball quickly if he hit the gap or the line because I want throw I'm out the running from first. So I'm like, okay, I step back, and after that, first pitch, he just hit a bullet to left field. So I know the ball was on the fence or out of there. So I just made myself, I had to run as fast as I can to get to the fence first, and then the ball.
Mhm.
But when I was running and I was watching the ball, I'm like, I may, I may not make it first. So I'm like running. I saw the fence, trying to time it where it was, and and the ball is still very high. I'm like, well, am I gonna hustle this one, trying to get my basketball skill and like an
They're
alley
they're like that Michael Jordan hospital. I was waiting for they're like the last dance.
Yeah. So that's what I did. I just timing at the right moment to jump, and I jumped. I just put my glove where I thought it was, because the last time that I saw the ball was in front of me, but the whole on the back I didn't see nothing. I just put the glove, and I felt it when I hit my glove. So I'm like, oh, it went in. I got it. So I got surprised when I hit my glove. Honestly, I didn't thought I'm not gonna get that high to get it. So I'm like, okay. So at the same time, when I hit the fence and the ball hit my glove almost went off my hand.
Mhm.
So I feel like I can't get a good grip to hold the ball. So my reaction was pull it in, like throw it in the air
Mhm.
and pick it up and throw it in. But when I was looking the ball in the air, I just saw it in my glove. So I got the ball here, and I just looked for Edmond, and I saw him stopping around shortstop to go back to first. I'm like, well, you better run fast because I got you. So I saw Jose Reyes like waiting on me, get it, get it. And I'm like, Jose, I got good arm, and he got to make a long throw, and I normally like the infield made the short throw. So
Mhm.
I saw Valentin behind him, and I throw the ball to him, and he just popped it to first, and we got the double off. But I mean, that everything happened so fast that I enjoyed the moment. But something that I remember when I was running in is the stadium. I thought it's gonna fall off.
Right?
Yeah, I was like, wow, I wanna cover my ears. I mean, I was so loud that I mean that was very cool moment.
Yeah, yeah. And it's great. Some franchises, they have different moments and stuff like that. And it was funny because I was talking to somebody actually earlier today, and I said, "You realize the Mets have two catches, right?
Two catches.
We got the Swoboda catch, right? Ron Swoboda's catch, and we've got Endy
Uh,
Chavez's catch. And by the way, both of them are at fantasy camp. So think about how cool that is. So
yeah.
anyway, so I definitely, one of the things that I've been talking to all our coaches and all the former players that come to fantasy camp, and was this your first year at camp, or have you done it in
Yeah. It's
this
my
your
first one.
first year?
Yeah.
Okay, so especially for somebody like yourself, like in Pulses, it was Bill Pulser's first year as well. Tell me, as a guy who's made it to the next level, to the cream of the crop, right? When you come to camp and you see us has-beens or never wases, right, play the game that you guys are able to do for, you know, at a high level for so many years. Tell me what that feeling is like for you, because I've gotten a lot of different reactions from people. Between Tank and between Figgy and Pulse and Doc and Mookie and everybody. So tell me what your first impressions were of camp.
I mean, I gotta take my hat, man, to you guys, because I mean, what impressed me was that you guys played 2 games a day. I mean, that's a lot for people that not doing this the whole year. You just do it that week.
We're not spring
That's
chickens here.
impressed.
We're old people. I get it. They're
No,
old.
that's impressed because I mean, if you're not training for that, that's gonna give me
Yeah.
2 games a day for 1 week. That's a lot, and you guys just kill it like nothing. Especially you guys. You how many games you pitch?
This year I pitched 2 games, I think. I only pitched against you
Seven
guys.
innings.
Yep. So
7 innings.
yeah.
I mean, wow, that's crazy. But I
So
mean, you guys enjoy it, really. I mean, that's fun. That's fun because the energy, the enthusiasm, all the effort you give on the field, that's very, very cool. And that's why I like it because everybody is going, like take care of business,
yep,
and at the same time we're having fun,
yep.
and it's a very good characters there. So I mean, I enjoy a lot. I mean, I was supposed to be for 1 week, and they asked me for a second one. Like, yeah, hell yeah, I stay. I enjoyed it. You
Good.
know?
It's funny now. I started, um, and if I don't give him credit, he's going to listen to this and he's going to cry. So Nick Scalabrino has affectionately referred to it as not MFC, meaning fantasy camp. It's Mets family camp because see, Nick, I gave you your credit, so I don't want to hear you cry later on. But anyway, um, so you remember Nick, right, Mr. Beard? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
It's good, it's
yeah,
good people, but we've a lot of us, we all become like this one big happy family. Like with some of these guys, I've been, on group chats and text messaging chats and everything since we left camp.
yeah,
It's May 2, 3 months ago now, and
yeah.
this goes on all year. Some of these guys we practice with, like I was at KB's place out in Long Island. There was a practice, and it's just a constant, like, you really make family members, for lack of a better term, just to kind of go there. But the one thing that I like about camp, like you said, it's 1 week and playing double headers. The good part about this, in my opinion, at least for me, is it's made me disciplined to work out and be consistent with my workout. So I could say, I gotta make sure I'm able to last and be in good shape next year when fantasy camp comes, because otherwise I'm gonna be hurting. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
but that's one of the things that I quite frankly love about the camp. And Doug Dickey, it gets shout out pretty much every week now. So we shout Doug Dickey out too. Uh, Doug does, Doug does an awesome job with the camp, making us feel like ball players and things of that nature. So, but I've been asking every one of the coaches, what's your first reaction, especially you coming in and you're one of the new coaches this year, what was your opinion of watching us hacks play the game? So
Mhm.
that's good to hear. That's definitely good to hear.
Oh
So
yeah,
next time you can play left field and go. If I give up another home run, you can go make that catch. I was like,
yeah.
wait,
Yeah,
no,
it was so.
he's on the sideline. He's on the team I'm playing. No, it's not
It,
gonna
it
work.
was so bad that there was construction in the stadium that the pro
Yeah,
can play this year, but I
I
mean,
know.
I was expecting
I
that.
was playing. I was playing. This is my second year, and we haven't played a pro game yet.
Oh really?
Last year, the pro game ended up getting rained out, and they just did some
Uh,
batting practice in the cages. And this year, I think they were going. I think they might have done away with it this year. They didn't do it this year, or they were going to do it, and then with all the rain that we had and everything, it just kind of screwed everything up. But
no, I just here because the stadium won't ready
oh, okay,
because they use the stadium for the
yeah,
pro game.
yeah,
So
okay. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Hopefully next year. You coming back?
well, if
We'll be
they
watching.
they send me a message or something like that, if I'll
Then
be
let's go.
available. I go.
All right, good. So what are you doing with yourself nowadays, Andy? Tell everybody what you're out there doing nowadays. Now that your playing career is done and finished with, tell everybody what you're doing now.
Well, right now, pay attention in every meeting and every stuff we have going on with the Mets,
Okay.
and I gotta pay attention to that,
Mhm.
and I'm like gardening
You're,
around the house.
you're a
Yeah,
gardener now.
yeah, doing stuff that I never did before, but I'm
You're doing
enjoying
honeydew
it.
days. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
what are you doing outside when if this wasn't going on? What would you be doing nowadays? Are you doing anything? Are you giving lessons with stuff? Are
No,
you?
I'm working with the Mets, and
Oh, you're.
supposed to be in Port St. Lucie as
Oh,
a coach with Port St. Lucie Mets.
Oh, okay.
High ball. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm
So,
supposed to
so
be
you're
there
coaching
right
now.
now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
You're a coach right now. Okay, that's good.
yeah,
I didn't even realize that. So,
yeah. Last
um,
year I was in Brooklyn.
that's right. You were with my friend the Perones over there in Brooklyn and Edgardo.
Yeah, God, yeah, I was the manager,
Okay.
and I was his best coach. So I'm
Okay.
not gonna be this year in high level
Okay.
in Port St. Lucie.
I got to try to get Argado on the podcast. That's the next thing I want to try to do. I
Yeah.
actually met him because the GM for the Brooklyn Mets, his son, the Bat Boy, GJ, Gary,
Okay.
his son and my son know each other very well. They actually share the same birthday, and they're
Oh
really,
wow.
yeah, they're really good friends. So they talk all the time. Actually, coincidentally, I was talking to Gary last night. So,
Oh nice.
but yeah, everything's pretty good. So, but anyway, so what I ask everybody the same question. We've been on for a little while, and I definitely appreciate you taking the time, from away from gardening right now to come on the podcast and hang out
Yeah.
with us. But so if Endy Chavez had one gripe, one thing that just ticks you off to no end, and it could be anything. It doesn't have to be baseball related. It could be you get behind a slow driver and it's like, come on, do the speed limit, or you go into a bagel store and there's a line and people are like taking credit cards out for $2 items and stuff like that. What's the one thing that makes any chance to go, man, what's wrong with you?
Well, I don't know because I'm very patient. You
Okay.
know, when people acting weird, I'm like, but it doesn't bother me. I just hey, calm down. Take it easy. But if you come with a bad attitude or something like that, like not to me, somebody else around me, that's when if it's to me, I just handle. Okay, I take it easy, But if it's somebody on my family or something, that I don't want them to hear nothing like that, so that's when I just come fire.
I got you. I got you. Okay, listen, there's nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Andy, I definitely want to thank you for being on the podcast today. We definitely really appreciate it. Hopefully, we'll get to see you next year at Fantasy Camp. Hey, Doug, come on, hook him up. Get him over here. If you watch this, Doug, get him back. Uh, so, we definitely appreciate it. You were a lot of fun this year. Unfortunately, I was on the other team. I was not. I was so badly. Oh man, you have no idea how badly I wanted to beat your team after what you guys did to us the first game. And I'm like, we had you for 5 innings, and then
Well,
then the wheels fell off, and
I mean, that's baseball.
that's
You had a
baseball. That's
hell of
it.
a game,
That's it.
and the most surprise is that guy hit it out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not easy to do.
No, I know. I was able to do it in batting practice, but I wasn't able to do it in the game, unfortunately. But listen,
Exactly.
when you play baseball, and this is, as the expression goes, sometimes you get the bear, and sometimes the bear gets you. So
Uh-huh.
you know what? You have to be able to. Well, granted, yes, I am a competitive pain in the what. I also know how to laugh, and I know how to take the bull busting that we do in camp. I know how to take it because I can give it just as well as I can take it. So it's all not it's all in good fun, and that again is what this camp is like. Just why I can never sell it enough is because for all of the ball breaking that goes on, everyone's still like a family.
Hmm.
Everyone's still like,
Yeah.
dude, you're gonna come back the next time. You're gonna smack the living shit out of us and kind of go from there. So it's all good stuff. So I definitely want to thank you again for appearing on the podcast. We definitely appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you back. Maybe I'll get to play on your team this year. I don't know.
Yeah.
Draft goes.
We
I
have
don't
to see
know.
the draft.
That's it. So, but we definitely appreciate you having on it, and wish you nothing but the best with the Mets going forward. And we'll catch you later.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, I hope you understand everything that I said. All the
Hey,
people
we
gonna
got it
listen
all,
to
man.
this,
We got it
but
all.
I mean, I try to, be, more clear about my speech and
Hey, man,
so
it's
I
good.
try to. I know I'm not using deep words, but
I don't
try
understand
to
most of
explain
the big words
myself.
anyway. It really doesn't matter. So if you use big words, I'm like, wait, what was you saying? I don't know. So
But
anyway,
that's cool. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
thank you.
All right.
All right, hold on. I'm just stopping the recording here. Hang on one second.